Now, we'll do this today in a way that really weaves these approaches together, weaves these substantive areas together. So we'll look at neuroscience and we'll look at mindfulness as a discussion point, something we can talk about, but talking about it is not experiencing it. And so we'll also experience it, and we'll sort of have a dance of these things playing along side by side. So there'll be some exercises, there'll be some conversation, there'll be some insight into the neuroscience findings, and they'll sort of traipse through each other, because that's what life is. Life is not, we're grounded in this moment. Maybe we sit and meditate. Maybe that's our approach. Maybe we have prayer or some contemplative practice that we do at this point in time. And then we get up and we go out into the world, and somehow they're distinct. No, they're all woven together. And the idea is that this life is a meditation. This life is a mindfulness practice. And how can we bring whatever this thing called mindfulness is, which we'll get to in a moment, into these moments of our life, so that the unfolding of our life is this really passionate journey and not some in the mind, we wake up at the end of our life and look back and wonder where did it all go and what we missed out on and what we would have done differently. Wouldn't it be nice to know at the time that you're beginning to do something differently than you really would like to do, that that's happening, and then do something different instead? And mindfulness is about cultivating the capacity to have choices about what's really going on in your mind and what your options really are, so that you might choose something different than the automatic, what we call top-down processing, that's engaged, that's just sort of the conditioned way that we keep doing it over and over and over. Pascal, the philosopher and mathematician, said, all of man's problems are caused by his inability to sit quietly in a room by himself. All of man's problems are caused by his inability to sit quietly in a room by himself. Do you think he was saying we need to sit quietly in a room by ourselves? I think the most telling thing he was saying is that by and large we can't. By and large, if you plop yourself down, the common experience is if you plop yourself down and you say, I'm just going to sit, I'm not going to solve a problem, I'm not going to fantasize about this or that, I'm not going to move into, I'm just going to sit. The mind starts moving into the future with worries or plans for what's going to happen next. The mind starts jumping into the past and second-guessing the thing that we did earlier in the day, or regretting something that took place maybe even years ago. That this tendency to try and say, I just want to be here right now for this moment as it is somehow complicated by this mind, this wonderful, extraordinary gift that we have, that, like a little puppy dog, tends to wander constantly. And mindfulness has something to do with catching that puppy dog, bringing him back, bringing her back.